copies. Alright, we're moving out. Let's go.
T, we're moving.
Move.
Havoc 7, Havoc 3, requesting radio check on
Check
frequency 3-1 over.
Lima Charlene 3-1.
Roger. We are Oscar Mike.
Yeah, get a wedge going,
Roger.
guys. Strong left.
50. Alright, Alpha, let's go.
Right on me, heading out to the north. Alpha Oscar.
Just got lost, man.
Both teams be advised, fucking 3-7's running with me and Mike, so there's 3 of us in the middle, just fucking be advised.
Bravo copies.
Roger that, Bravo.
Okay, let's get this going.
Roger, Alpha. Bravo, just go ahead and short halt for fucking 12 seconds here, we'll let Alpha get a little caught up.
Short halt.
Well, now they're
Copies.
halting already. God damn it.
Looking east. I got
Alpha, once you start getting close, fucking you make the call for Bravo to keep moving.
looking up west.
Alright, Bravo, you should be good to move.
Good to move. Bravo copies. Moving. Copy.
Give me a wedge, space it out here.
And
Left to your left. Shots to
Shots
west.
west. Make
Yeah,
sure we're short
Bravo.
halting.
That fucking
like
shots to the
140,
left.
Short halt.
Right, short halt.
3 trees, Bravo.
Set it.
Shots up slope, southwest.
It sounded like Blue 4.
Anybody recognize the type of weapon?
Roger.
If I had to guess, I'd say
Possibly
native.
Blue 4.
Roger, southwest Blue 4.
Yeah, it sounds like it.
Alpha, you agree?
It sounds.
Yeah, it sounds like
southwest.
556.
Roger.
I'm gonna start peeling north a little
7's 3-3 over.
separation from the rest of the guys.
send it.
We're calling that fucking southwest Blue 4 over.
Acknowledged.
Roger. Carry on movement.
Alright, you guys are good to keep moving.
Alright,
Roger,
Oscar. Keep pushing north.
I'm assuming we got it right. We just got the.
Bravo copies, Oscar Mike.
Beckett, I'm gonna walk till you catch up with me.
Step Bravo's out of walk. You're good to move.
Copy, I'm jogging.
Radio's in the
Alright, we're back
quiet.
to form.
Bravo's back to a jog.
Good stuff, thanks, Bravo.
Every time we hear shots, we're going to short
Not
halt
firing.
and get our bearings and find out where the shots are.
Copy.
Copy. Copy. Do we grab security or just find the shooters? Grab security. Can we short haul real shots fired to the northeast? 3 trees, Bravo.
That again sounds like 556, possibly so.
Shots east, up slope from us, again, Blue 4. Sounds
At
like
least that's
TFAR.
what I gather.
Alpha, can you let me know what you guys reckon as well?
Same as him. East up slope. I think that's fucking OPFOR.
Covering west though.
Alright, well,
First of our confusion.
what do you guys want me to run with?
What you think, Don?
OPFOR.
Let's go with OPFOR.
Alright. 7, this is 3-3 over.
Send it.
We're calling that east
Bravo's
up
good to
slope op 4 over.
Roger.
Roger, Oscar Mike. Alright, Alpha, get moving, you'll fucking take point from here.
Alright,
Hold,
we're taking
Alpha,
point
we're going to
from
push
here.
past their taking point. We're going to fall in behind.
Roger, Alpha's moving up. Time now.
Copy.
Copy
Copy.
that.
Diamond formation with the AR in the rear.
Copy, I'll pick up the right.
So we're gonna
Like it's
try
on
and do this fucking, like,
Alpha, this is
2 each team on point so everyone gets a chance to fucking hear it first.
Sounds
3-3, this is Mike.
Go ahead.
I need to take about 2 minutes off comms.
Roger.
Alright, Alpha's on point.
Brody, I'm on
Alpha's
your right.
Bravo, solid copy, we'll give you another 15 0.
Sounds
10 0.
sounds good to me.
Get ready to move. Let's go.
And hit him again.
Shots fired.
All shots.
Short
west.
Yeah, southwest.
Shots fired.
Shots west.
Southwest.
Upslope, southwest. I'd
Sounded a little more
probably
beefy than the
say
I'd say
OPFOR again.
762, possibly off for you.
Roger, so like west southwest.
Yeah, west southwest.
Yeah,
Roger.
it sounds like a assault rifle.
Saying OPFOR.
Bravo, southwest,
Covering
OPFOR.
northeast.
Roger. 7-330.
Should
Found
be
it.
my focus out.
We're calling that west southwest from
Copy, I got west.
my pause up on my point team, and we're saying that's OPFOR.
Roger, continue movement.
Roger.
Actually, I'll take up north.
Alright, Alpha keeps moving.
Move out, let's go.
Alpha copies.
Moving.
Hey, Zemo, thank you for that host, bud.
Alright,
I
Oscar,
appreciate
mic
it.
on me.
Roger on you. Alpha, I know the terrain sucks a bit, but let's keep an eye on that fucking formation spacing.
It's all good.
Space. Yeah, I just had that
Back to the
discussion.
jog.
Roger. Shots fired.
Short haul.
Shots front, get covered.
Shots sounds like direct north.
Northwest.
I got north.
Good
I
east.
don't really know too much on that one. Blue
Watching
one,
west.
maybe.
Roger. Fucking Oscar and the team, see what they reckon.
OPFOR again.
Does that sound like a
Yeah.
4-9 or is it a...
No, 249 sounds the same. I'd almost say
Alpha,
24.
this is Bravo.
Send.
Confirming shots direct north.
A little bit northwest, but pretty much due north. Yeah, it almost sounds like a 240 to me.
Love this game.
Copy, agreed.
240 sounds a little deeper.
Do we think it's
3-3, this
possibly
is
a
Mike.
240?
I don't know what to
It's
expect.
definitely higher than 556. I can't ascertain whether or not it's
Back
like a
up comms
PKM or a
too.
fucking 240.
Copy. I'd
So we calling
hear
that
a lot
blue
more snaps if it was a 240 or a PKM. Yeah, more like that.
Yeah, blue.
Roger.
Yeah, I'd wager a bet either 240 or PKP.
7-3-3.
Found it.
We're calling that north, ever so slightly fucking northwest, and we're calling it blue for it.
Roger, continue movement.
Mike's pushing through our lines, well.
Roger.
Yeah, he's on.
Bravo, this is 3-3.
What does
Send it
Alpha
Bravo.
reckon? They got the better.
Alright, Bravo,
post
your
there.
turn on point. Take that.
Push up, we're taking point again.
Moving.
Moving.
Bravo copies moving.
Alright, Bravo's
Back
taking
into a
point.
wedge once we get out in front. Copy.
Do you want me to stay on the right or go back to strong left?
Stand all right.
Copy.
Alpha,
I'm gonna bring it into a file so I don't cut lines.
last direction to those tracers was
Copy,
346.
Yeah, I don't
Yeah,
quite
check.
think there's any way for them to tell whether there's a difference between enemy and friendly mortars audibly.
Short hold here for the other two to catch up. Or even just go to a walk. Alright, let's go to a jog taper. Bravo's Oscar Mike.
Alright, off on me. Wet.
Roger. Roger on you. Mike,
Oh,
we'll Oscar, slow down for a second. Yeah, I'm just going to slow down for a second here, Alpha, just to give Bravo a bit more space on the last guy.
Short.
No, you're good to keep moving. Just slow it down a bit.
Good to go.
They're right here. I have
Shots fired. Single shot front.
Off to the left,
Bravo. Is that
fucking
front?
west.
He said it was
Direct
north.
I thought shot more direct front, due north of us. Stand by. Blue 4, off 4.
Well, Bravo's calling due north, so.
That's back behind us. I think we had two sets on fire.
Southwest.
It's fucking north to me, man. Those ones just sound like they came from the south.
Yeah, I'd confirm it's more
Agreed, south-southwest. 3-3, this is Bravo.
Send
Correction on last south-southwest. We have no confirmation on Blue 4, off 4.
Roger, Alpha, that's
I got
closer to you,
northeast
so I'll let you make the call on fucking weapon system.
Oh shoot, I'm taking shots.
Hop 4.
Those are flying over our head. I'm gonna guess
shots
for it.
coming
Not because they're
behind
flying
the rock.
over our head, but that doesn't
7
sound like
3 3
556.
Yeah, agreed.
Bandit.
We're calling that south-southwest, and we're
isn't it?
calling that up 4, I believe.
Yeah, somewhere out that
He
way.
should have got hit.
More south than west for sure.
Roger.
Confirm.
Can you move?
Man, when I was fucking running up here, it sounded
Bad.
like fucking north. These new sounds are fucking trippy. No,
Alright, brother, I need-
there was a couple, like, single shots that sounded like they were north, and then this
Alright,
one
we're
started behind us. Yeah, copy.
Yeah,
Agreed.
small amount of pain, but nothing bad.
Bravo's Oscar Mike.
Moving.
3-3, this is Bravo.
What did you guys end up calling that one?
I still am slightly convinced we
actually
got
awesome.
an initial
I called
shot
that
from our
for it,
direct north, but I'm open to correction.
I mean, I don't know.
Roger.
Fucking it sounded deeper than a 556. That's all I know for sure.
Back at you guys.
Shots fired.
All
To the west. That's a
west.
PKM.
Shot,
3-3, this is Bravo.
Send it.
Yeah, that was like 293 up slope.
Shots direct west up slope, up for fucking automatic weapon.
Roger. Alpha, you agree?
I'm cover east.
Yeah, I'll go with that.
You hear the explosion?
Also GP25.
Hey, firm.
Why is he throwing fucking grenades?
Roger.
GP25, we're happy.
7 3 3.
Possibly.
Bandit.
It was a big boom.
Calling that west, calling that up 4.
Grenade, but I don't know. I'm some
Roger,
sort,
carry
but
on.
I don't know the definitions.
Roger. Alright guys, keep moving.
GP25
Alpha's turn to be on point.
launchable.
Alright, taking point.
Yeah,
On me.
we're holding Alpha, taking point again.
Roger on you. Copy all.
This is gonna be hard. I marveled all last night at the
Yeah,
sound
Rams.
of the 249.
We'll give him a little bit of break here. Let's go for a little bit.
It's like our wayward rifleman's gonna try and make an appearance.
Do you want me to ditch the AT stick if any hops in?
No, it's fine.
I don't have to worry about him actually. And Kingfish, thank you for that 3-month resub. I appreciate it, brother. Hopefully you're having a Friday night. Thus,
Alright, let's move back into a diamond. Same as before. Copy, move.
Moving.
hey, yeah, Rainbow. They gave people a little bit of shit to play around with, and then there's some new thing called a hype train or some shit when people sub and so on. Yeah, Kingfish. When you resub, it doesn't do anything until you like notify or whatever.
Beckett, you need a punch out left.
Word, see it notify? Yeah, it should.
Affirmative, pushing out
That's
left.
connected like directly to Twitch. Hey,
Yeah,
Lumen, I'm
heavily
doing pretty
weighed
good. How
down
about
here.
yourself?
I'm just waiting for one of these fucking shots to be a fucking MBT round or some shit.
I was kind of thinking RPG, but yeah.
I mean, there was the GMG.
See, that's just grenades, though. Explosions all sound the same. I mean, relative to the same size.
No, I
Yeah.
have no idea what the
Like a 20 mil is
with
going to
your
sound like a
account.
20
It should be showing you as a
Yeah,
subscriber.
no, you can definitely tell when a tank round at least lands next to you from the massive clang of the round.
I don't think that's the only reason you'd be able to tell, but yeah, that's true.
Don't poke holes in my logic.
There might be some other indication.
I swear to God, I heard it landed right there. Shots fired. Short. They got shots.
Yeah,
east,
northeast. Northeast, yeah.
Roger,
Collapse
what do you reckon it sounds like?
disformation
That
so that
sounds
we're
like
talking
close.
more together when we push out.
I'd almost say blue 4, but I'm not 100% sure on that.
Roger.
Hey,
Fucking
right
survey
on.
the team, see what they reckon.
I'm looking down the
What do
draw
you guys think?
northeast.
Do we reckon that's OPFOR?
Zynite, I'm
Sound like a 30
at
cal
fucking
maybe my gut
3440 by
feels is
1440.
If
Because
they
that's what
fire
the
again,
native
I'd
resolution
be
of my
able to
monitor
pinpoint it.
is.
I just
So
gotta
if I
Better
stream in
than
like
range.
Well, I need to know what the
1080,
fuck
it
is.
just
I
looks
don't
like shit
know
because it's all squished together.
where it's at. I don't know what's shooting at me.
Sounds like 5.5. That's close, Doc.
Yeah, it sounds blue
can't
for
tell.
me. That's what I thought. You want to call that?
Yeah, neither can I.
Anybody else want to weigh in?
3-3, this is Bravo.
Yeah, say my entire team is Clay.
I have one man at the
Anybody else?
boxes that needs to rejoin us.
Yeah, sure.
Copy. Step up.
Thank you. We're gonna call it blue.
Bravo agrees.
Roger. Bravo, give me the name of your guy as well.
Phrase.
7, this is 23 over.
And
Be advised, we're calling that northeast and OPFOR break. Requesting tech insert for specialist phrase as well over.
valid copy, phrases inc.
Roger, take away. Alright, Alpha, keep us moving.
All right.
Alright,
On you. Move.
Moving.
Alpha's asking me.
What was the basically
Also,
they're
just so you
just
guys
doing
know,
a
I'm
foot
not
patrol,
finding out how we're fucking doing
and
either, so
this part
I
for identifying
no
front
confirmation either way.
fire, whether up 4 or
Are you
blue 4,
switching up the
and what
point?
direction it's at, and then second part will
After
be
the next
actual
contact over.
fire.
No, I mean, like, is that your...
Oh, yeah, that's my choice.
Oh, never mind.
$57.60. Yeah, that's 5760 by 1080 is it in a long while back before I started streaming. I was using 24. Yeah. Doesn't really. I would have to add a few more monitors to okay,
You guys
do
doing
this, but then the resolution's all fucked up.
good?
And
All good.
basically only stream like the middle monitor. Yeah.
Still exhausted, but
Pain in the
still
dick.
moving.
Next time we stop, tell me what weight you're at.
Wilco.
Collapse back in towards us a small bit if
Hide
you can.
this guy.
Get way out to our southwest.
Fucking thing.
There you go, perfect.
Bravo, you guys all good?
We lost our newest join.
Yeah, firm eyes on that. Just wanted to check, is you falling back a little bit?
I have no idea why.
Yeah, there was a hill
Why that
there
would be
kinda
Zynite.
fucked us up a
There's
small
been
bit.
some weird audio issues
Alright,
with Twitch as
Alpha,
of
go
late.
ahead, fucking short halted here, we'll get Bravo caught up a tiny bit.
Short hold.
Use the opportunity to get your guys grouped back up a little more as well.
Sure.
Looking northwest.
Alright, bring it in.
Alpha 50.
Tracking us, let us.
Good to go.
Actually, I need to change
Alright, Oscar.
so I can. The hell
Alpha,
they are.
Oscar.
On you. Get to a walk for a minute. Coming. Alright, back to a jog.
So, what position does a pancake play in baseball?
What?
What position does the pancake play in baseball?
You got me.
Defense? It's the batter.
I'm going to be off comms for 60.
I'm not good with your jokes.
It wasn't offend me, you're the one that said defense.
I'm going to be off comms for 60 Sierra. Tabor, take the team.
Yeah, touche.
I'm pretty sure you pronounce it douche.
Bravo 2AC, stepping up. Shots fired.
Short halt.
That's west, definitely.
Sounds like northwest. It just sounds like
Machine gun of some sort.
I
What do you guys
had
think?
four.
Roger, northwest up 4.
It could be blue 4. I'd like to hear it again, but
I can
Yeah, that's
accommodate.
what I was unsure at this time, whether that's op 4 or blue 4.
Roger. Well, Alpha, what were you calling that again? You calling that blue?
Oh, fucker, fire.
Alpha says alpha.
Roger. 7, Trevor.
Shot
I hear shots southwest. This is
Find
Bravo,
it.
be advised, we got shots further back to our south. this time.
Stand by.
I'm pretty.
Be advised, we had one group of shots that we were calling out to our northwest, sorry. Just had
The
another
Bravo fire
set out to our
members calling the
southwest,
shots
so this
further
should
to
be
the south
interesting.
southwest blue 4 at this time, over.
I'm hearing the
Roger.
same.
Let me know when you're sure.
Wilco. Just to confirm, there was only that one
Think we're
group
being
of
hoodwinked.
fucking shooters at this time.
Affirm only one shooter.
Alright,
I mean,
roger
I
that.
heard them southwest the entire time.
Yeah, we don't be listening to a fire.
Alright,
Change
so
blue 4.
how are we feeling here?
That sounds like a 249.
That might be a mixture of both.
Yeah, I hear a
coming
mixture.
from
I hear both.
southwest, southwest.
I'd be advised, Havoc 7 saying it's single shooter.
It's lean toward, Bravo's gonna lean towards op 4 then, over.
Roger, are we calling that southwest down?
Yeah, A-firm. Southwest, bearing 219 from Bravo's pause.
Roger that, Alpha.
Back in comms. Bravo's back in comms.
Alright, so southwest blue 4, agreed?
Southwest blue 4.
I believe so.
Negative southwest op 4.
Bravo's calling southwest op 4.
Do you want me to like flip a coin or?
How are they gonna do?
Do you want to?
I got a coin if you want me to flip.
No.
3-3, this is Bravo.
Yep.
We need to try get that guy to rejoin us also.
Alright, is he ready to go?
Affirm.
Roger.
Let's creep
I'm gonna
towards
call
Alpha.
blue. We haven't called one blue for in a while.
That's the best way to answer an attack.
Yeah, exactly. 7, this is 3-3.
Happened pick C for a while.
End it.
Does blue 4 have green
Requesting
tracers?
tech insert again, and we're
That's
gonna
enough.
call that
That's a pertinent
southwest
piece of information.
My
Roger.
guys are calling green tracers.
That'd be
Yeah,
out.
I called it up as op 4 when I heard you guys saying fucking green traces.
I've got a hostile bunny rabbit southeast.
Alright, Bravo, you're
Is
on
it
point. Take us out.
Bravo, we're on point. Let's go.
Oh, unfortunately.
Good call.
That'd be pretty fucking
Bravo
wicked if it was.
End it.
Sure, do you want us to continue straight from this endpoint to the next start point, or do you want us to rally
I
up
would
for a
love
quick
that, actually.
fucking Mid-X debrief over.
Yeah, I would
Second
like
one.
to taste a rabbit.
Roger.
What?
Get a wedge going again,
Rabbit
guys.
is nice, so is kangaroo.
I probably have a lot of that. Don't even have to cook it.
You can just eat it.
Shots fired. That's
Good call,
east.
Mason. Yeah, that's
Tree, this
east.
is Bravo.
Send it.
Shots east, stand by for further.
Roger.
249 or fucking.
Alright, anybody got an idea
I'd
on
say
that?
NATO.
I would say 249, but.
East,
Tree,
I'd
this is
say
Bravo.
NATO.
Shots east, blue 4.
Yeah, everyone else
Roger.
calling blue.
From this
I'd
range, it
say
sounds
shots
like
east.
I was listening to all last night, so.
Roger. 7, this is 3-3 over.
And it.
I'm pretty sure we failed this.
We're calling
test
that
horribly
east,
in terms
blue
of
4 over.
actual shot
Roger,
identification.
continue movement.
What is that? What we're doing?
Roger.
Yes.
Hey, Bravo, carry on.
On your feet. Let's go. Move it. I'm pretty sure we failed
Bravo's
this
Oscar
test
Mike.
every single time we've done it.
I love that they just naturally assume they're fucking dog shit at this.
Either way, it'll be a good learning process.
Of Oscar.
Yep. Roger on.
So I got no mod errors when I came in, right?
Favor him. You looked clean.
Awesome.
We're going off the line,
Fucking
I think.
heartache, but better today than tomorrow.
Good call. I don't know my forwards from back.
You guys doing good back there?
Good.
Do you know what the sad part about that is? It was a
What way do
lieutenant
you
who
unpack
told
it?
you you were going the wrong way.
79 pounds.
What the fuck is that in kilos?
Did you forgot your
Shots
sense
fired.
of direction? Should be roughly 36 kilos.
I think it's blue 4. Tree, this is Bravo.
North of 4, I would have said.
Send it.
Yeah,
Shots direct
sounds
north.
Yeah, I'd agree with.
Do we think it's blue 4 or up 4? I think it's blue 4. We're calling blue 4.
Roger. 7, this is 3-3 over.
And it.
We're calling that north, blue 4 over.
Roger, continue movement.
Roger.
So is this like
Alright,
live
guys,
fire
up to the flag.
exercise, or are we just
On
identifying?
me up to the flag.
This one's
Roger on you.
identifying. Next one we are going with. Live fire's the next portion.
Alright,
get
once
to the
we get
flag.
up here, everyone rally up on first sergeant for a quick little debrief before we
Rally
go
up
out.
on top.
Rally up on top when we get up here. Copy.
You can get close to that, Grady.
Walk away from me. I'm sorry, come back.
Alright, top roll
I
here.
don't think he likes this.
3-3's always been a little creepy for a sergeant.
Alright,
Not the truth.
how do you guys think you did on that one?
I think there was some that we got wrong, and I think there was some we got right.
Pretty safe answer.
Yep. A fence sitting about as hard as I can get.
Direction was better than identification.
Sounds like you were mediocre. You guys ready to hear numbers?
Yeah, go ahead, Tom.
Alright, so for correct, you got 5 of them spot on, 100%. How many of you guys think you got incorrect? Nobody wants to guess? How many of you got incorrect?
There was about 10 total, so I'm going to guess about 5 top.
Got 3 of them 100% incorrect in terms of identifying whether it was OPFOR or blue. You had the direction pretty much good every single time, exception to one. It was firing from behind you guys, and guys initially called it out to your north when it was to your south, but you eventually figured that one out. However, there was one where you guys called the direction completely wrong. You had the type of fire right, but the direction was completely wrong. It was the opposite direction. Got to be able to pay attention to which one is the report of the rifle and what's the crack of the round coming over top of your head. So overall, you guys did a pretty good job. For the most part, you were able to identify whether it was OPFOR or OPFOR. But obviously, things are a little bit different now with RHS updating the weapon sounds. All the weapons sound completely different. So stay on top of that. Make sure you're paying attention to not only our weapon sounds, but the enemy weapon sounds as well. You know, when you're moving through forest, town, whatever the fuck it may be, and you hear shots ring out, you can pretty quickly snap and know, hey, that's fucking OPFOR over there, we need to move on it. Even if it's not being fired at you or even in your general direction, you can hear gunshots, and if you know that, 3-2's on your right flank and you hear shots over to your right, you can send word up to get word over to 3-2, hey, you've got a shooter directly in front of you. Everybody understand that?
Affirm top.
Affirm.
All right. You guys ready for the next part for live fire shit?
So ready.
All right. Sergeant Hardman, you got anything to add before we keep moving?
I had 2 things to talk real quick, thank you. Number 1, guys, watch out formations and spacing. I know that was like one giant ass valley, but some of that was pretty fucking atrocious. And then just watch firing lines of guys as you move through them. I know we fucking crossed over teams a number of times through that portion, and almost every time someone ran in front of someone else's barrel. So just make sure you're paying attention to that. And if you're the team that knows you're about to get pushed through, fucking clear some space to make that a little easier for the other team. That's all I had. Thanks, up.
All right. Sergeant McCoy, you got anything?
Negative for Sergeant, thank you.
All right. So what we're going to do now is head over to the second drill area. You guys are just going to use the flag, obviously, right here. It is going to be live fire, so make sure you guys lock and load. And then once you get all over there, Sergeant Hardman's going to let me know, and you guys will step off. Go as you see fit on this one. Sergeant Hardman, whenever you're ready, get him over there.
Rototop, so just to confirm, we don't have to conform to the indicated route for this one. We can deviate a little if we need to. Over. I don't know why I said over.
Stay as close to the route as you can.
Okay, copy. That was loud.
Okay.
Alright, lock and load.
Yeah, everyone get fucking ready to go.
Alright, load them up.
Alright,
Alpha, you can take us out.
I'm punching through to drill 2 start.
Negative Alpha's taking us out.
Hit them up, move them out, rawhide.
Alright, head through when you're ready.
Just like that.
All right. Now the real fun begins.
Alright, 3 actual set.
Ring races through west, watching southwest.
Mike on the ground.
Russell's 3 watching southwest.
Make sure you go to drill 2 start, not fucking drill 1.
Tapers through. Punch north, grab some cover, looking down the road.
Mason Reed.
Race is looking south.
Mason, check your mic.
Is everyone here?
Closure.
Yeah.
Tapers up.
Alpha's all.
Bravo's all here.
Roger. Havoc 7 is Havoc 3-3.
Bennett.
If I have 3-3's all in, ready to move on, your word over.
Roger.
He's got the mine.
Carry on.
Alpha, hopefully.
Roger. 3-3, you'll be Oscar Mike and probably 30
Alpha, this is Bravo.
Hey, Grody, do we have a mine
Do you pack into mine detector tonight?
I'm always packed.
I don't know why they're nervous about mines.
Copy.
There are no mines down, by the way.
Alright, Alpha, you're on point. Fucking take us out.
Alpha, taking us
Alright,
out.
on me, Wedge. Not
Roger on you.
Roger.
Why do you doubt the sergeant? It's called past experience. Let's get a diamond going
Grody,
in some way, shape, or form. I don't care what way you do
I'm
it.
on you on the left.
Just make sure the AR's in the rear.
Back at left.
Alright, let's no one fucking break their ankle
I'll be
running
on the
down the
left
side of
side,
this
yeah.
fucking hill.
Alpha, this is Clay. Be
Is that a
advised,
challenge?
we're in a diamond formation.
Fraser's got
turning
right
into a
then.
wedge.
Sounds good to me.
Mason, go about 5 more meters to your left. Is that bear, Clay? Yep, that's good. I'm just trying to get in position. You were like right in front of me.
Oh, sorry about that.
Alright, back to a jog.
I'm just gonna warn you guys, with all this brush and this tree cover, this is gonna suck.
Yes, it is.
I don't know, ring rows, I elect to not think about it. We'll burn that bridge when we get there, alright?
So I've missed like the entire
As long as you don't burn the forest.
through this valley and identifying sound.
Well,
Now we're
ring rows,
Ring rows is not a good joke.
We're not identifying sounds anymore, we're just killing whatever shoots at us.
Oh, alright. Cool.
Mason, knock knock.
Okay, not now, Grody. I mean, Sergeant.
Oh,
All right. Have all these guys lay down for right now.
Got eyes on a house up here. If I was a man with a devious intent, that's where I would be.
Push Charlie once.
Yeah, but you're not as devious as I am.
That's why we're going to the house.
As in devious
Say
intent,
again?
you mean like someone might kill us in that house?
Push your Charlie key once.
I mean,
Shots
left.
Shots
Yeah, left.
Yep,
Shoot
directly
left.
in the north almost.
Agreed. Center row.
I don't see him.
Agreeing with Alpha, shots up as well.
0-1, 1.
I got two of them.
Alright, I'll wait for fire.
Coming 0.
Yeah, I did.
Can you see that I was there?
I got 2 EKIA 074 in the draw. Just,
Alpha, fucking you
All right.
I'm right in the fucking open.
Say,
This.
Stop standing dead up right in the middle of the field.
This.
Yep, let's make it happen. Push forward, push forward. Alpha, this is Bravo.
set.
We're pushing off your left flank, we're getting the height advantage over these.
That's gonna make it harder to see through the trees.
Hold for cover fire if you guys need to maneuver.
I don't see anyone further north.
There's some 40 mic down in there.
Radio still seem really fucking quiet.
I got shot.
We're set here, right?
Fucking,
Alpha, this is Bravo.
Send it.
We're taking accurate snap on our southeast.
Oh yeah, I'm getting shot at.
Yeah, we hear.
East then.
I'm pulling back to this rock.
Right on me. Let's
Yeah, we're pulling back to this rock. Look,
Probably gonna get the
No eyes on the source.
got eyes.
clear the building.
All the fucking suppressing fire.
13050. We got these.
Probably, how you guys doing?
Are we all up? Stand by.
Road's down 70.
414 about halfway up the hill, just before the
This is Bravo.
Down up the slope on Bravo.
Alright, Mike, wait, you fucking down, Robbie.
Troops in contact,
Reload.
bearing 115 up slope from Alpha.
Those dudes firing about 10 meters from slope. I called out contact. Definitely.
Yeah, we're shooting at him. We need to move for all who's down.
TK gunner down.
Ow.
Directly southeast.
Fucking
Don, are
two
you
or
good?
three of you go around the side of the
I'm
house.
good, just get off that fucking slope.
Side, peek out.
Is Alpha moving on them or should we?
Can somebody bandage me while I'm taking cover
If
fire
you're
over?
up, do not bandage in the open, get down off the slope.
Yep, I got that for you. Nice.
Copy. We got a little bit of hard
You said
cover
this shit
here.
sounds
If
different.
I could
You
still
weren't
bandage
on
this later. Copy.
Where you guys-
Well, they took a couple casualties up here in the open.
get
So
off the
guard, I
slope
was
if you
asking
can.
if you want
Alpha,
me
this
and
is Bravo.
Ringos to
Let's start pushing forward.
Mine Ringos already.
Working on it.
Check the house already.
So I gotta fix my.
was injured casualty.
Alright. Bravo, how you doing?
Walking wounded this time, we're trying to maneuver around over to the fucking south of this valley.
Roger.
Once
I'm
you're
moving
up, get on me.
Yeah, we're moving.
3-3 Bravo, we're Oscar Mike, we're going to push through that contact, make sure it's cleared out.
Copy, I'll fucking move to you to get back with Mike.
I hit a few good many of them, so.
Alpha, make sure
Yeah,
you
they're
guys
gonna be
are
just past
fucking
that
set up to
skinny
cover
fucking
Bravo.
stone wall to 12 o'clock there, Johnny.
Copy.
Tracking hold.
Let's get online here as we're pushing up. Do not shoot past
Overall,
each
their
other.
comms are pretty good, though.
Copy, I'm gonna be slightly uphill from you.
Copy, good shit.
Roger, I got the south end of the house then if we can.
Someone come up here with these fucking rocks.
I'm gonna walk until everyone else gets online.
Is our line facing east or northeast?
The direction we're fucking walking.
So
Southeast,
southeast.
brother.
So I would recommend somebody keeps eyes east. That's, where they were. I'm watching it.
Are we calling this clear?
They were on the reverse slope. I think we should push up to the stone
They're
wall.
further east.
Are we supposed to be pushing with y'all?
No, I was just about to fucking have you guys kind of move up a little bit further east just to stay online with us. We're just gonna sweep out this real quick and make sure they're clear.
A lot of distance between us
Yeah, if
and
we
Bravo.
cut
We're talking about
northeast
that
now,
now.
we'll pretty much come
We're gonna
down on
move
top
east,
of them.
go parallel.
Throw
We're moving
a
Bravo,
marksman.
don't overextend
little
too
draw.
far, Bravo, out to the southeast. Just check it
Yeah,
out.
I
If
thought
it
they were
looks all good,
fucking
pull back
ditching
down
us, so
towards
I
this
asked.
ridge.
They said nah, so.
Bravo copies, we've got a spur here, we're going to start traversing back down towards our north. Link back up with Alpha.
Copy. Alpha,
Just
do you
keep
see
an
that
eye
fucking
southeast
train
on
they're
the
talking
hilltop.
about?
Negative.
Roger. Just keep
We're
moving
happy this
east
is clear.
and fucking get online with us.
I'd say so.
Yeah, there's a fuckload of tree cover.
Okay.
Did you notice that we
Shots
have
fire
a member
fucking
of Bravo
northeast.
here, I think?
Yeah.
Bravo.
They're shooting at me?
No, we just have a member with us.
Yeah, marksman somewhere out to our
Oh,
fucking
yeah, that is
east
different.
northeast.
Getting called
Yeah, we
shots.
need to get fucking
east,
back down in the valley so we're on the front side.
Get in the valley, get in the valley, get off this
directly
fucking
east.
hillside.
Mike, you okay?
It's far out there.
Use defilade to your advantage, we got defilade
I'm
down
gonna
here.
try and do a thermal.
Short haul, dude.
Don't do a thermal.
Trying to locate off to the east.
I'd be advised everything is the same fucking color on thermals, no dice. We'll have to find him the old fashioned.
This guy's getting closer and closer to us, I think.
I have eyes up.
Yeah, he's shooting down the
You don't-
valley and he's dead ahead of us.
That's
Yeah.
about 100 meters away from the
I think he's
border.
got better eyes on me now than he
106,
did
break.
before. Are we pushing past?
106. Mike is calling
670
out
meters from us.
10670.
Top of the ridge line.
Top of the ridge.
Roger, Mike.
Copy.
Get down from the fucking hilltop.
No eyes.
Is that enemy shots south?
Either. I think our medics have.
No, those are red tracers.
That's coming from the southeast. It sounds
Not
more
Mike, because he's up
northeast.
there all by himself, deciding to engage me.
That's what I thought too.
Walking
but
wounded.
I'm almost wondering if something's matching
Well, you
up.
should've got down off
There's
the
a lot of
fucking
things
hilltop
up
and I
here.
Move in.
That
You
signal
standing
should
way
have
out there in the
sent to me south.
I do not see this fucking guy. Keep punching forward.
I don't even know what I hear anymore, to be
Alpha,
honest.
this is Bravo.
Send.
We're gonna start creeping forward a small bit, see what we can fucking do, making ground.
Shooter directly
Let me know
northeast,
which
moving to the north.
Copy.
Got a distance.
Alright, fan out on this as well, but don't keep
I
formation.
didn't see him close
Move on
enough.
line through
It's
this
the
fucking
ridge
foliage.
closest to us.
Copy.
I
by
got a
the
call of a
direction.
guy moving east to north on the ridge line to our north. That's all I got.
Alright,
6-8, 6-7.
now we will
They
set
can
these
contact
guys up.
0-6.
like 067.
Stand by for range.
North. That's gonna be right on top of Bravo.
500 meters to the ridge that I saw him on.
Yeah, eyes on. They're gonna be north about 100 meters.
We got a bearing?
Retreat,
Yeah,
this is Bravo.
046. Northeast.
Stand by.
0272.
Alpha, get grass moving. Bravo's in traffic.
That's right.
Troops in contact. 150 meters bearing 046.
Alright, back it down.
Zero.
Pop smoke out in front of him and pull him back.
046.
Bravo, you guys established a racing fire for...
Prices look to be
Yeah,
tough on
back
the
it down,
range.
just peel back.
That's an air front Bravo.
Don't shoot me, I'm reloading.
They got a beat on me.
Be advised,
Alright,
friendly
they got
smoke out.
base. Taken.
We got minor elevation to the right, but we might be exposed to that marksman if we take it.
Bravo, how far?
Yeah, 150 meters from 032. Now that NG gunner is for us.
Rest of Alpha.
Can you tell if we're about where they're at?
Me and
Say again.
Are we about where they're at?
I just hit that fucking PK gunner in the ass cheeks. I don't know if he's
Alpha, you need to move a little further fucking
Rude.
east from what I'm saying.
He's 016 from
They should just be direct east.
Is he down?
unknown. He went behind some flames.
Yeah, I
but
saw a
did-
helmet,
did
but I don't
connect on
see
2
anybody
hits.
left alive. Yeah, I see.
RP, get your guys up and spread it out, Alpha. Get spread out online.
I got no eyes. That sounds like an infected Indian.
Retreat, this is Bravo.
Danger close to 30 meters east. I've got eyes on
Yep, fire keep sides element.
RPG gun damage.
Mike, stop shooting past friendlies.
Copy.
Shit, bounced off a tree.
RPG close to us. Coming from southeast.
Spread out, spread out.
Bravo 2 up, stay down, Bravo. Yeah, roger me, Mikey just behind.
Everybody okay?
Eh, probably just scared the shit out of him.
I see him.
Ow!
RPG gun down.
Turn it over.
They're on the opposite side of us now.
Bearing 145 of Alpha's position over.
Copy.
Taking
Hit
it.
that PK gunner.
Move our marksman.
Additional time, I got a
Sure.
minute.
From 145 of their position
Yeah,
over.
copy. Retreat, this is Bravo.
Alright, roger, that'll be the contacts fucking Bravo's engagement time now.
Them out.
Troops in contact, 112 from our pause, 100 meters.
I got
Cover
rock
that, me and
cover
Mikey here with
slightly, about like
Alpha, what's the
10
status?
meters to your left. I'm gonna take it.
Up here hanging out on the hill. It looks like these guys are all down. I got 3 at least.
Shots fired.
Roger, if it's all clear up there, then let's get moved down here to
Roger, you up?
Bravo. We'll keep moving.
I'm hearing that marksman
Yeah.
again, east of us.
That sounds like
Sounds-
it's 55 coming in from our southeast.
Yeah, I'd say that. Sounds
Yeah, I
like
think that's,
southwest.
Go east.
I think it's fucking 2 ridgelines over based on what Mike called out before.
Is that coming in from the northeast
Alright,
or
back
southeast?
down with me. Come on, let's
Fuck.
Tabor, start pushing the team forward while I fucking... Or Frizz, start pushing the team forward while I fucking bandage.
Copy. Moving up.
Stick close to the route that's marked.
Alpha, go ahead and get your guys fucking grouped up back here in formation behind Bravo. We'll keep moving.
Alright, get behind Bravo.
Shot 041 somewhere.
Yeah, still that marksman, apparently he's 2 ridge lines over.
Move to this rock cover here.
Alright, I got another boulder here further down the
I'll
valley.
just send him down there.
Fine, just keep eyes southeast then, Tabor.
Bravo's
Safer.
Send it for Bravo.
I have a single thermal contact bearing 085 from my position. Unable to
085
fucking
from
identify.
actual's position, 1 times thermal contact.
He isn't gonna.
Say again, was it 085?
Alright, give me a
085.
wedge. Head and knee.
Solid copy,
Bravo,
Richard, trying to get eyes on.
Yeah, disregard.
Disregard. Solid copy, disregarding. Let's keep moving. Bravo's gonna keep moving.
Yeah, we're all grouped back up now, so let's fucking spread it out a bit.
Alright, short.
And, keep pushing forward.
My own.
Alright, resume.
wedge going against strong left.
Copy. You can actually have a perfectly equal wedge now.
Oh, that sounds good. Like a spear tip.
You can see him pop out down there.
Alright guys, let's get the flying V going.
I love it.
Raises on the right.
Shot fired.
Shots
Upslope.
fucking southeast.
Yeah.
3-3, this is Bravo.
Yeah, sounds good. Left. And
We're getting shots from upslope, northeast, and possibly southeast as well.
Copy that. We've got a little bit of tree cover here where I'm at, where we can start moving up.
We're getting shot at from direct north up that hill, are we?
Seems like it.
Hey, they found him.
He's down. DMR.
Effective.
Oh yeah, eyes on. He's by next to a rock. 006 back.
Got tracers.
Confirm. DM's down.
Confirm.
Roger, is that fucking more shots or is that friendly echo?
It looks like friendly outgoing, because where I hit him at, it looks like we got some splashes there.
Alright, roger that. Then let's get group back up.
Yeah, he was at 005 between those two rocks.
Copy.
Alpha, this is Bravo.
Alright, back on. Send.
Yeah, apologies for that. My trigger happy filled in thought the DM was still up.
No, that's good. Just making sure it wasn't anybody else.
Let's keep left or right a bit.
Figured it would be
too
mine.
open.
Copy. Copy. Moving.
Bravo is adjusting off to the right for a better cover.
Roger. A lot of big open space here, make sure we're keeping
We're gonna hit him in the ass with this squad.
More west, so we've got some diff load.
Slowly but
Trace
sure.
is looking south toward the hilltop.
Good shit.
Mike, I'm dropping down to this little fucking ditch here on the south side.
Copy. My V is so disappointing. It's like a really bad drunk W.
Drew, can we push to the right about 20 meters to get in that def lane?
We're getting there. I gotta kind of keep us on track at the same time.
I missed you guys, but you most of all, Tabor.
Oh, baby. Back in case you didn't know, I used to be in 3-3. That's why there's like gay tension.
I'm tracking you. I'm feeling it too.
Alright, let's see how this engagement goes.
Squad lead, Tabor.
Already did.
Michael, I'm on the move, sorry.
Yep. Got a squad.
Yeah.
Copy.
Stay focused though, stay focused.
Why did he laugh after that was confirmed?
Contact fire
02 shots there.
0200.
There's a back to the northwest.
Back northwest, yeah.
You guys are shooting at me again.
Push up to the front
Push
of
on
these
it.
trees.
Just push up slope direct north.
I can't
Alpha,
push
this
from
is
where
Bravo.
I am. Surrender.
Yeah, it was kind of a shitty spot for them to start the engagement, being stuck out in the open, but
Alpha,
guess it
this
is what
Bravo.
it is.
Send it.
Be advised, we're pushing up slope pretty much direct north to try to get a flank on these guys.
I got no eyes on the last.
Sounds good. We got all the ones we
southwest
can see.
before we explode the hill.
Alpha, make sure you get you guys fucking back online. There's all kinds of firing past friendlies going on over there and I don't like it.
Yeah, I'm looking way too up the
It's
slope. I
all-
can't see anything. Alright, so shit, we should be good.
Get online.
Alpha, this is Bravo.
Send it.
Looks pretty clear up here now, man.
Alright, good shit.
Not be surprised if they start
We have
engaging
this clear.
right here.
I don't know if we've made it to where the shots were coming from yet.
Ring Rose, you're
Yeah,
blue.
I'd be happy if we could find a body. Yeah, if we found bodies, I'd be happy to clear.
I thought he looked pretty happy.
Well, Alpha has good eyes up slope from where they are, so
Alright,
there's no
we've
point
got
pushing
friendlies
any
moving up to northeast.
Yeah, they're gonna keep pushing.
Roger, I'm
No,
deeding
disregard.
southeast.
No, okay, disregard, stop.
Shadow
Yeah,
screens
they're
left
gonna
where you
keep
just
pushing
refresh.
a little bit
2, maintain
further to
your
the north,
pause,
make sure
pulling
it's clear.
security back to our southeast, 3 with me.
Copy, holding.
With you.
Alpha to
Yes,
Bravo.
I'm moving.
Continuing to push, trying to clear this
Place
out.
changing sectors to
I'm leaving 2 guys behind to pull rear security.
Ring range is south.
Sounds good, we'll be.
Still got no eyes on any bodies though. Oh, disregard. Got 2
I got
EKI.
Tabor's about to see him. Oh, looked away.
There was a heavy gunner that pushed over the ridge.
They gonna
that
get across
might
this
be
gap without
LBRs.
Tabor seeing him?
Disregard, make that 4 times EKI up here.
Stretched all on the side of the
Yeah, I don't think he's gonna see him.
Be advised,
Let's get back.
Bravo left 2 men.
Hey, Firm, I'm happy to call it clear, but if we
I'll
get shot in the
disregard
ass,
their-
don't blame me.
Alright, sounds good to me.
Nope.
Alpha, go ahead and start pulling yourselves down to the next fucking patch of trees southeast of me. Bravo, pulling behind him.
Oh, they just seen him.
Bravo copies. Link back up with me. We're pushing in behind Alpha.
Yeah, shot.
Shooting a Hardman again.
Maintain that pause where you are, Tabor.
Copy.
Alpha, this is Bravo.
Blaze maintaining the sector looking northwest.
Got shots in.
Going to maintain our high ground, start neutralizing these guys.
We're fucking 188.
Sounds good, we're gonna see what we can do from here.
Good season,
40's coming up.
There's harder rock that was playing.
Fucking at least T-size element slightly upslope to the east.
Lower 5 on
my
that
position.
40.
Like 100 meters or less.
There they go. Now they got all of them.
Was golden, Pony Boy?
Mike on
Are
me.
we calling it clear?
I think so. I can push up to this next little plot and get complete confirmation.
No,
Be
we dropped
advised, I think
3, I
that
don't
guy's
know how
still
many are
moving.
left.
We can see pretty clearly
Alpha,
from
this
here.
is
It's
Bravo.
clear.
Send it.
From our pause,
Yeah,
it looks
nothing
clear.
Dead Vladimirs.
Alright, we're gonna push it.
Yeah, confirmed. It all looks clear from up at my pass here, Tony.
Alright, on me. Bring it back into a
Yeah, we're
ride.
good. I'm gonna run to be back with you.
Yeah, let's push down slope, guys.
Mason, why are you moving from a squad?
Copy.
Copy.
My bad, sir. Sergeant. Damn it.
Short hold here, then let Alpha take it. Lead.
Copy, holding.
Copy.
Make sure and spread it out so Alpha can push in between us.
Alright, short haul.
I got east.
Alpha, you can fucking keep us moving Alpha sound point.
Fraser will cover
Our track,
Hill North.
we're taking.
Roger, on point.
Alpha got a big
Track
gap
him,
for you to push
taking
through.
I appreciate you.
That's why probably.
Holy clusterfuck.
Alright, fan it.
As soon as fucking 3-3 is true, start pushing.
Copy.
You want us in a wedge again?
Yup.
Alright, let's get ready to move.
Alright, Michael, let's go.
With you.
A little bit to the right.
Yep, I'm on.
Alright, they'll get a little bit of a reprieve here for a minute. And, down this.
That
Piece of
bush really
proper.
looks like a guy with a rifle.
Let's stay low down here for a moment, just in case there's guys hiding in these
Fucking
bushes.
straight east.
I get a heart attack every time I pass through a bush. Like, am I gonna get stuck or am I gonna pass through this?
You gotta love the bush.
Yeah, why are all these women shaving it nowadays?
I don't know, it's a good question.
Why did you
I think I can provide an answer.
Also,
Send
whatever
them.
happened to that
Compound to the right.
Bush.
A little fucking compound
yeah.
over to the right side.
Roger.
sounded cool, but they're
Yeah, I got eyes on it from here. Looks like a couple of like piles of bricks and a barn of some kind.
Explain why women shave their bush.
The shit is this formation?
Yeah, I'm gonna have to wait till there's not a junior officer in the room.
The fuck?
Fair enough.
Alpha, do you want to fucking push and clear that shit out?
Your call, we can.
Short hold.
Yeah, let's sweep it real quick just to make sure.
Make this fucking better. Right.
Praise, how you doing back there, bud?
Don't tread on me, snake formation. I like that.
Phrase you up. Hold your pause and push.
Alpha, do you want me and Russell to post
Actually,
security?
Tabor, take our team fucking east
Outside
of
Fucking cocksucker, stop burning.
Yes.
Put security.
Roger.
Copy all. How many boys? We're just gonna push past on their fucking north.
Alpha, this is Bravo.
Moving.
Be advised, we're pushing our
Cut
team
behind
fucking east of you
once
to
we're through the
provide
compound.
security while you're cleared up.
Get security on the opposite side.
Assholes.
Building.
Alpha, say again.
Building is clear. Compound.
Set up here north to south. Cover 180
Alpha,
degrees. to the fucking
just push past fucking Bravo, get yourselves back on point, keep moving.
Watching east.
Alright, on me, we're pushing past Bravo.
Bravo, copies all.
east. Get up, slope south.
Get ready
Roger.
to fucking move.
We got a
We'll be pushing out on point.
special little prize,
Fancy wedge.
or surprise at
Roger,
the
taper
end of
me
the
over,
course
right?
here for him.
Alpha, what formation are we? Are we still?
Alpha, this is Bravo, give us 10
wedge
0.
or different?
Yes.
They keep
Unless
turning
you
like
call
that.
out something else. Sag.
Are you on point?
A for
Stop it.
Copy, just want to give Tree a chance to get back in the middle of us.
Yeah, sorry, I was just scoping out the fact there's some random skeleton on the fucking table outside Red Duke's house.
Copy all.
allegedly.
No, that was
They're
definitely
just like
a fucking
slowly
skeleton
turning.
on the table
Fuck.
outside of the house.
Alright, well then I'll
Maybe.
Michael, get caught
this.
It might celebrate Halloween in January. You never know.
Get a diamond going again, guys.
Yeah, who knows what these guys are into?
Skeletons.
Yeah, well, apparently. Skeletons and rusty cars.
Sure. Alright, so we'll wait for him to get squared up. Get him right side. Then have these guys come down.
Go to a walk, guys.
Walking.
That.
I got Thunder, direct
Send him down.
We're jogging.
Jogging.
Shots fired. Shots
left.
north. Shots north.
Tree, this is Bravo.
Contact
North up
north.
in that little fucking valley. Let's push, guys. Let's push. Use this death blade.
Reloading. I'm gonna get a frag out over the slope here. Northwest up slope.
Alpha, this is Bravo.
Hey, Martinez.
Run that shit. Use the death blade.
Good. We'll be here.
Reloading.
Russell, push in.
Reloading
You
my...
just two legs in the, or 2 rounds in the leg like a fucking champ.
033, 2 down. Blaze reloaded. Continuing fire as soon as I 5 down. Another fire. Nation's back up.
Someone get eyes on that
I
last
got no
shooter.
eyes on any more shooters
No eyes.
from where I'm at.
Ooh,
Sounds
RPG
like
on its
there's
own.
more, like, further up.
Oh! God, how in the fuck are they still up from that?
Came in from the other side.
The
I'm gonna
fuck?
push up about 15 meters to a rock.
Are we all good?
The shit did they survive?
Can I push up or?
Yeah, go ahead.
Yo,
Good.
Saber's good.
Permission to
Yeah, I
pop,
think we should, yeah, we got shot.
Popping securely engaged.
Oh shit, that's...
Sent.
Never mind.
Are you able to take care of that shit that's off to your fucking east?
I didn't know we had Bravo, more...
Yeah, we can
west.
try.
Be advised, I think we got taking shots from southeast or east.
Taking south shots from east.
Anyone got a bearing
Find
on
out
that
where it's at.
or east?
North.
Yeah,
Negative.
yeah,
right
we
now.
have contact on
Yeah, I got trace. More shots down in
Yes.
095.
Alpha, can you let me know when Bravo goes more to the west? I didn't know they were up so far most of them.
Let's get teleported in closer here.
One guy with 2 bullets.
Oh, buddy.
It was directly the direction that the enemy was coming from.
I can pick up one of these rocks and see if I can get an angle.
Alpha, this is Bravo. How you doing down there?
Oh, just, kicking it. We shot one dude in the face. I guess the others got scared.
Did he have an RPG?
I don't know. I shot through a bush and then... Oh, just kidding. There's...
Alright, let's push. Let's keep left of
Pushing
Alpha.
back down to you guys.
Alpha, you got a bearing
Try
on that?
use the next fucking bunch of defilade over here.
The one I just engaged is 100. The one I engaged prior was about 085.
There's,
Alpha are calling out 100 and 085.
according to the fucking map, there's a little, like, house thing down there.
Yeah,
So
the
let's
guy I
push
just
down to
shot
that.
was at the fence.
Yeah, let's push down to
We
that.
still got
and actually,
contact east.
It's about 120.
Just dropped another, 111.
Roger.
Come on, fire your
Bravo.
RPG again on your own.
Send.
Off your left flank on high ground. Well,
Bravo,
slightly
you can-
elevated.
Bravo, you can cover Alpha. Alpha, let's move along the base of this
do you
valley,
then?
push up to that little house.
Fuck.
Sounds good. Alright, on me, we're gonna push that house.
I'm amazed he
Bravo
didn't
copies,
engage
just
them.
dropped an RPG gunner bearing 107 out behind the tree.
What a bitch, hiding.
Alpha, make sure you guys are fucking scanning their sectors as they push through this.
Once Alpha pushes up, I'm
Make
not
sure you
gonna
guys are
do the eyes
checking
to the
fucking
northeast,
right.
so I'm gonna adjust slightly.
3-3, is that for Bravo?
Yeah, we got rocks over here.
Push to it. 3-3, this is Bravo. Same TP again, please.
Roger.
Jesus Christ, phrase.
Havoc 7, this is Havoc 3-3, over.
Bandit.
Requesting tech for specialist Fraser.
Roger, tell him to buy better internet.
We'll come over.
Beckett,
Raise is bad.
with me.
We have another house up slope south.
Yeah, Roger, I don't want to fucking clear out more than we have to.
Alright, fucking outside's clear. 2 of you, push it. I'm on you.
Check that.
Oh, yeah, okay, perimeter's clear. Check it out.
Roger.
Up these guys. Behind,
Go for it.
Alpha fucking...
behind this house
sorry,
here.
correct. Bravo, if you just keep security on our route, fucking northeast as Alpha sweeps through this, that'll be great.
Bravo,
Alright, house is clear.
Alright, good stuff, let's keep moving.
Risty, collapse back on me. Get on line here. We're pulling security for
Alright, on
Alpha.
me.
Say push back out.
Proceed along.
Bravo, fucking, I want you guys moving out slightly in front of Alpha, given we're gonna have all the fucking trees and shit
Alright, let's
down
move.
here.
Solid copy. Bravo's going to maintain the
going in the
higher
house.
ground.
Don't go in the house.
Time now.
Why are you going in the house?
Roger.
Stop going in.
Yeah, we can hear that.
Russell, are you with us?
Whoever's on our left flank, make sure you're watching this next fucking spur up here.
Just making sure. Ring Rose, are you with the squad lead?
I think he was running with 3-7.
Yeah, I'm with the squad lead.
Oh, great. I was.
See if we can see him yet. I doubt it.
Never mind.
What?
Building complex.
I can't quite see him yet. They should be breaking out into that open area fairly soon, I bet.
Hold here.
Bravo, keep moving. Fucking get that shit swept through. Alpha, maintain their outside security.
Push towards this building.
Sounds good. Alright, we've got security outside of this fucking building.
Okay, I want somebody with McClure. Fucking pulling security outside. 2 more men on me. Clear this building.
Did real good security with McClure.
Just barely see him moving through there.
Claire, punch her on the backside so
Alpha, they call that house clear. Fucking just keep moving on our patrol route.
Sounds good. Yep. We got another small building, southeast.
How far out? Oh, fucking just there?
Yeah, just there.
Yeah. Yeah, go fucking send a buddy team, clear it out.
Fucking Russell, Mason, go clear that out.
Doing.
Alpha, get the rest of you guys push past that while your lifeboat team fucking clears through it.
Mason, Russell.
3-3, this is Bravo.
Clay on me.
Send it.
Punching out east about 50 meters to get a security line up.
Either of you two know how to work already.
Spread out along here, get decent cover.
Copy. I'm gonna grab this rock to our east.
Fucked up my window of seeing him.
On me, Wedge, back to
Roger that. Copy, I've got back northwest towards that spur.
Guys are coming up behind him yet.
7-3-3.
Send it.
Do you have any objections if I shortly fucking hold these guys for a little quick debrief here?
You probably wait. You're pretty close to the end.
So what's scheduled for tomorrow?
An op.
Alright, cool. Just didn't know if it was a platoon or an op.
No, platoon's next Saturday, man, the 18th.
Got it.
Who's got southeast?
They copy them.
Bravo, this is
watching east southeast on this
Center for Bravo.
valley.
I'll be advised, we are like hell on the move and entirely leaving you guys.
Roger, I heard nothing about moving.
Yep, no, I only just realized we never fucking
Okay, we're
called it
moving.
out. Alpha, short hop here, let Bravo get caught back up.
Short hop. Alpha's.
The rest of the squad left said nothing, and we're way behind them.
Yeah, directly north.
It's fine.
Copy.
Now I'm probably not going to get to see him at all. Although they're right up on top of it.
Alpha, you're opening up the shots. Fucking west.
West.
There you are.
Oh, that's ugly.
Yeah. Got shot at northwest. Clay went down and back up.
Look at Hardman. They're shooting at me.
Alpha 2 IP 7.
Fraser's is getting disconnected again.
Me and my Alpha is fucking underwater, can't fly it, and I've decided to make infantry shots pretty close, so it's like those two guys are leading up the levy.
South of them with the river is. Yeah, get east. Everyone now, get east. Push it east, time down.
Back in, I got kind of set. Mike, we get out.
Oh, God damn it. Worse. Can't tell if that's friendly or enemy right there. I think that's OPFOR.
You guys got 3-7, Mike, and South Carolina.
Copy, do you need
Gotta be OPFOR sitting there. Alright, let's see what the infantry's doing.
I got fucking 4 down on my plus here, Mike.
Copy.
You guys are slowly getting there.
Direction and distance for the harbor piece.
Yeah, we've got to shoot again.
Bravo, I need your seal at 10.
Yep, between the cluster of pine trees toward 340.
1 KIA.
Bravo, how copy?
Bravo, CLS and DC.
Roger.
Of course.
Mike, fucking quickly come over here and stick fucking 3-7. He's bandaged. Alpha actual K.
That fucked up their day.
Tree is Bravo. We were troops in contact toward direct north, neutralized 3 times enemy KIA. Break. Enemy armor is spotted.
That's an OPFOR body, right?
081 from our pause, 400 meters.
Has definitely between us and the fucking chassis. I can't actually see a optimal route up to it. Maybe from the.
Would you mind fucking 2K on Alpha?
400 meters it could, but it's not gonna be
Shots, try it.
You know, it's Mike, if I go and try it.
Yeah, try it.
Copy.
Tree, this is Bravo.
Send it.
Did I shoot Mike?
Attempt to
No.
Hail Mary with the law.
Rod, we're getting engaged and fucking Mike CCP back.
You're way too far out to be trying to make that shot.
Roger, be advised, Alpha's rifleman's fucking K with an 84 back in.
We still have a shooter somewhere out to the north. I can't locate him.
Yeah, we're trying to fucking find them right now. There are at least 2 times our fucking friendly K out about them.
Copy. What about their ATC?
Bravo, they've gone. Send Bravo. Check. Send it for Bravo.
Bravo, you send a guy back here to pick up this fucking engine.
Wait, Tim, go to Alpha, get the AT4. Solid copy.
Running.
This could be dangerous.
I just got Bravo, I can't. Oh no, yeah, I got it. I'll bring it up to you.
Directly in front of me.
I'm hurt.
Alright, we keep getting shot in this valley. Let's get out of the valley.
I'm all dog tags.
Dead.
Bravo, let's push north.
Alright, we
Get
got
out of this
fucking
fucking
84. We're pushing up back to our previous pause.
Push north. Push north.
Copy, pushing north.
3-3 is Bravo, solid copy. Buddy team might have got a foothold north in the buildings.
Roger.
We also have deflated from that ADO.
I do not, apparently.
At this point, I'm just fucking with Hardman. Oh, god damn it, did I actually hit him?
Got dicks in the dirt and crawl. We're pushing to you guys.
I'm telling you guys, I have the luckiest unintended accuracy on the planet. I can just randomly spray at motherfuckers, and I'll hit.
Fraze, take the team.
I think Fraze is here.
Getting Alpha back. Sorry, disregard. Getting 3-3 back up soon.
Yeah, phrasing, and I'll step up.
Okay. Send it for 3-3.
He's down.
332, I see stepping up on Splendid. Alright, Bravo, let's push up on this fucking blue and white building so we can get a good line of sight on the armor piece.
Got contact over here, so.
Guessing they probably got all the... Oh, nope, they're still kind of slowly making their way up.
The other side of the building, don't clear it too much because I don't know what the...
Bravo, I've got that fucking BTR. Right here. 105 from my pause, right here. Stand by for range.
Checking that.
Take it with the law if you can.
What are you shooting at?
Push closer.
The fuck was that?
Make sure you bring your team with you.
Hey, Bravo, on me, we're gonna push up so we can get a shot of this BTR.
This is 3-3, be advised, we're being engaged, fucking danger close to our southwest.
We got fire coming in south of here. Bravo, copy, break, be advised, we are pushing on this. Fucking summertime now. Do it, take the shot. Just do it.
Gonna hit. Hey, he got it.
3-3, this is Bravo.
Send it.
BTR be fucked.
Good hit on BTR, Eddie Alpha.
Alright, good shit, be advised, we're just fucking throwing some 40s at these contacts and we'll be moving to you.
Hold your pause, disregard. Just get somewhere and fucking try to get eyes down into this valley.
Copy. Yeah, we just had shots in... I don't know where from.
Somewhere to our southwest. 3-3, this is Bravo.
Send it.
Do you want us to push down to you?
Negative, we're coming to you. 3-7, this is 3-3 up.
Solid copy. Make sure we got 360, I do not
Sitting
want
right next to him.
in one direction.
Copy, push it to the blue house, turning north down the road.
Copy.
3-7, this is 3-3 up.
South. I've got east.
Watching northwest.
3-7 on 3-1, send traffic over.
Alright, good shit, guys.
3-7, I need you to start Oscar Mike to fucking my Bravo team, we'll hold your rear security.
Wilco, we are Oscar Mike.
Bravo, 3-3.
Center for Bravo.
I love that this one
Bravo,
dude
advised, fucking
is
3-7,
fucking
and
pinning these
somebody
guys
else,
down
like,
pretty
your
well.
Position coming in now from your fucking southwest.
Friendly's inbound from the southwest. Copy. Bravo, copies all. Copy. Make sure and check yourselves medically.
3-3 is 3-7. We're gonna get set to cover you to bound back towards Bravo. You're very overextended.
Yeah, Roger, just let me know what you said over.
Roger, we're set but drawing their fire.
Roger, we'll get moving.
Suppress over there.
You mean McClure?
McClure.
Suppress where?
Tree line
One
path
fucking
will
guy
be
is like a total hero.
208. Copy. Okay, we're gonna pass over there. Negative, they're pushing to us. They're down in the valley. We'll be shooting way over their heads. Exactly. Just a little bit lower. A little bit lower. There you go. 3-3, this is Bravo.
Send it.
Miles off there.
For effect while you guys maneuver.
Copy. 3-7, 3-3.
Fucking neat. Something.
Send it over.
Good, he moved it himself.
Bravo team suppressing over our heads. So
I like that he shifted left there to kind of see past the smoke on his own.
Smokes, we could pull back.
Bravo, this is 3-3.
Is where somebody is.
We're just about up to your pause. We'll fucking figure out a game plan once we get up here and get regrouped. 7, this is 3-3 over.
Solid copy now.
Send it.
If my KAs are looking fucking good to go back in the boxes, can you bring them back in for me sometime?
A firm, go ahead and index it there, condition 4.
From here, our last object, our fucking endpoint is pretty much 085.
All teams be advised, index, condition 4,
There.
rally up on fucking myself.
There's quite a few.
Buildings.
Rally up between the two buildings. Bravo copies.
I'd like a little bit of pain.
Copy, Mike is coming to you.
Wow.
TP yourselves to row 1 end. Flag.
Dragon top. Drill 1 start.
Run west. I don't know why the fuck I put you this far away from.
Okay, west it is.
Hey, from I could hear you.
Here's a question. Where's Mason?
Listen. I don't have answers to everything, okay?
Oh, never mind.
Oh, scratch that.
Yeah, we got
Alright, regroup back in.
Regroup back in between the buildings.
Did get to the flag.
That is weird.
Oh, there he is.
Why my goddamn
Alright,
radios
teams,
were so
fucking
quiet.
make
I
sure
forgot
you
to
do
raise my
ping
headset
them on
back up. Fucking idiot.
Bravo's all here.
Alpha's all here.
Right. Alright, top, did you want to go first?
Nope. How about it?
Alright, copy that. Thank you. So, I think on the whole, that was okay. And by on the whole, I mean everything until we all died in the valley. So, I think the biggest thing for me was that we seemed to be back to the fucking having to force reactor contact along, and that's kind of what I thought was going to happen, in combination of taking a break for winter and not doing a bunch of fire maneuver stuff for a while. So just remember, fucking one team gets in contact, they set up a base of fire, the other team starts maneuvering. That shit all needs to happen without me sitting there fucking babysitting you, because in practice, that time is going to be spent with me fucking chatting on platoon net, rather than making sure you guys are actually shooting at the people shooting us. So that needs to be pretty automatic, and that comes down to when we get into contact, or when you hear that we're having fucking casualties, or whatever the situation needs to be, you guys just need to be paying attention to what the other squads are doing, the other teams are doing, and then, you know, once we get into a platoon size, obviously, you know, if we're assigned a sister squad and we're keeping watch on them, once we lose eyes on them, or once we hear them get in the shit, then, you know, that comes back to the concept we talked about just towards the end of last year, which is, you know, every soldier's a sensor. Everyone out there has 2 eyes, 2 ears. You can fucking pay attention to what's happening around you, and that can guide our reactor contact as a squad. So make sure we're keeping that in mind, especially going into task force tomorrow. I don't want to have to be doing that whole, where are we getting shot from? Do you have base of fire set? Are we maneuvering? That kind of stuff. That all needs to be happening by itself. That was my biggest issue with everything that we just kind of went through. A quick topic before I get onto everybody dying in the valley. Other quick topic there real quick is if someone sends information to you in some way, make sure you acknowledge that traffic. Now I'm going to break tradition here a little bit, and I'm going to specifically acknowledge fucking PMs on the forums. So this extends to everything we do. If I send shit to you, then you need to reply to me and say that you've got it. If I'm posting in the fucking squad thread on the forums that, hey, we've got a mod update, make sure you have your mods updated before showing up at your next thing, make sure you have your mods updated. That shit is not optional. And that flows all the way down to communications on TeamNet. If someone in your team says information to you, if your team leader gives you an order, you acknowledge that traffic. Even if you follow that up with telling them to go fuck themselves, you acknowledge the traffic. Never just sit around and say sweet fuck all. That's not the point of having a radio. That's not the definition of teamwork. This doesn't work if we're 10 dudes running around in a field. It does work if we're one squad working together to complete an objective. So at every level over the last fucking week since the unit came back off winter stand down, that needs to be acknowledged. Okay, so team leads, that's communications on the forum. Everyone in the fucking squad, that's making sure that you show up to trainings with your shit squared away and ready to go. Everyone in the squad, when you're in the field, you hear communications, you acknowledge that communication. You can follow that up with, no, I'm not doing it because, and then give a reason. That's completely fine. What's not fine is saying absolutely fucking nothing. Is that clear to every single person here?
Yeah, firm, sorry.
Sergeant. Alright. Last thing. Everybody dying in the fucking valley. So this was rough, okay? I think everyone who was down there kind of knows that autocannon basically came out of nowhere, and as far as I could tell, pretty much dropped a half, if not all, of Alpha in its first round, first burst, and we basically just never recovered from it. So you guys have got to remember that in that situation, when your position is fixed by the enemy, the only viable solution is to displace. I saw fucking someone, I don't know who it was, sitting there fucking peeking out from behind a tree with their fucking M4 out. Let me assure you, there's nothing you can do with an M4 against a fucking autocannon that's going to be anything other than show it where the fuck you're at. So we need to use our cover. Concealment is really not going to work against an autocannon because it's probably just going to keep shooting out the fucking smoke, but it's better than nothing. But we need to displace from that position. We need to get our smoke out, we need to get our friendlies picked up, and we need to get fucking moving. The whole situation we ended up with there was really no good. The only thing that we probably could have done differently is to bring Bravo into that a little sooner than I did, attempt to, even though ultimately Bravo CLS was unavailable to us, but just to put people on shoulders and get them picked up and get them moved out. But obviously that exposes Bravo to the same threat, so it was a bit of a fucking toss of the coin for me on that one, and in the end, obviously I made the call to Bravo, but, you know, everyone here, you know, you see that stuff start happening, get smoke out, get guys picked up, and get pulled out of there. We all just ended up getting shot in the same kill box over and over and over again, and it's like sitting still when you're getting hit by mortars. It's just going to end badly for you. So we all need to pay more attention to that, be more cognizant of it moving forward, and we need to make better decisions faster next time we find ourselves in that situation. Now, you know, obviously in a task force setting, we usually know where our big armor threats are at thanks to our air assets. They give us that information, so we try and plan around it. But shit like that is going to happen, and we need to make sure that we're making, like I said, better decisions quicker to get our guys pulled back to safety. I don't remember the last time we had that many KIA so quickly in that squad training. I'm really not keen to repeat it, so let's fucking keep tabs on that moving forward. That was all I had for the moment. Thank you, Top.
All right. Well, actually, before I get to what I have, Sergeant McCoy, did you have anything?
Hey, Firm Top, just a couple things. I'm not going to touch on anything that was already spoken about. Just want to point out a few things that were a little sloppy. You got the basics of fire and maneuver, but just a few things. Make sure everyone's keeping their sectors. Saw a lot of rifles pointing the same directions. A lot of sectors dropped, so make sure you're using your situational awareness. Take up the sector that is not taken. You know, we need to keep 360 security at all times. Also, a firing line. It's exactly what it sounds like. It's not some sort of staggered fucking bullshit where you're shooting through friendlies. Make sure you're getting online and engaging the enemy. All right, no more of this shooting through friendly shit. You know, it's just felt a lot of slop. So clean it up. Lastly, only one building was tagged with green smoke that was cleared tonight. So make sure we are paying attention to that shit. Those are the big things that I just wanted to note on there. Thank you for starting.
All right. All right, so what we're going to do here real quick is we're actually all going to take a quick little field trip here for a hot second, so stand by. All right, so stuff I'm going to be going over, we're going to kind of bounce around the map here a little bit, and we're actually going to talk this shit through, so you guys understand what it is I'm actually talking about, and we're going to kind of brainstorm how we could handle that situation a little bit better, all right? So at one point, while you guys are moving through the valley here, you know, from that direction, heading down that direction, you guys started getting hit down in the valleys, obviously like in that. Now, just about every single time that happened, you guys moved for high ground, right? Everybody agree with that statement? One team stayed in the valley, started, you know, returning fire, and then one team started kind of moving for high ground to get elevation on the guys and take the shot.
Pretty much top.
Okay.
Yeah, firm.
Anybody happen to notice what was wrong with your maneuver to the high ground? Anybody got any guesses or anything?
Exposing ourselves.
In what way, Downey?
Well, normally we're probably maneuvering on the opposite side of the valley, which in hindsight is a little bit ridiculous. I know I brought my team on a number of occasions up the opposite side of the valley, so we're trying to get upslope while completely exposed on whatever flank to enemies on the opposite side.
Pretty much. Basically what we're talking about here is, say one team started getting hit right down in there. What would happen is the maneuver element would push up the face of that slope right there to get elevation on them. And then they started getting hit in their side. There was one specific situation where you guys had an RPG basically dumped inside your asshole because you pushed up the face of the slope. Take that extra little bit of time to look at your surroundings. Understand where the enemy has been coming from, where they're probably most likely to come from. If you were to drop back another 75 meters and move up the back side of that slope and then crest, then you can still engage down on the guys, and if something starts engaging you, you can drop back and then maneuver from there. So then you're at least not exposing yourself to where all the been coming from. Is that making sense to you guys?
Yeah, firm top.
Firm top.
So take that extra little bit of time, even if you're not a team leader. It doesn't matter if you're a fucking AR. If you see a route in your sector that can be taken that is not going to expose yourself to enemy fire or likely enemy fire, then speak up. Say something. Say, hey, if we want to maneuver, such and such direction, we can go this way, and it'll keep us protected. And then relay that to the other team so they know roughly where you're going to be popping up. But take that extra little bit of time to just slow down, look at your surroundings, and make educated decision based upon what you're looking at. Right? Anybody have any questions on any of that?
Negative.
All right. Stand by. We're going to take a field trip here. All right. Now you guys can see where that PR80 Alpha is that basically pushed your shit in. So everybody look out there to the west. The valley out there. Now it's a little bit hard to see now, but we'll clear the weather up here real quick just so you get that much better of a.
Well, that's better.
Beautiful.
All right. So the entire mouth of that valley there, this BTR was able to see. Now, obviously, you guys didn't necessarily know it was there right away. That'd be a pretty hard spot to make from that fucking far out on the move. You're basically fucked until this thing opens up. But once it opened up, took down a couple of guys, and then you guys kind of tried pushing up the sides of the valley a little bit to get out of the range of the fire of this thing. What do you guys think you could have done better in that situation?
Get in close underneath the barrel top.
All right, so push it.
Yeah, looking at it from this position, we've got all that it sort of can't see behind on.
Mm-hmm.
Which is ultimately, I think, where we ended up moving to.
That's where Bravo pushed up to take the shot from over there.
Yeah, it was his houses.
Yeah. Yeah, it's just, I don't know about everybody else, I guess, but from my perspective, I really couldn't figure out where the fuck it was at in order to try and figure out what its sight lines were like.
Okay, so let me run this idea past you. Bravo, you weren't safe. Honestly, I pulled punches on you. I seen you guys as you fucking freeze over in that area. I could have dumped all of you. But what about withdrawing? That thought cross anybody's mind? Boy, smoke and pull back deeper into the valley where it wasn't engaging you before?
Well, it's kind of what we were trying to do in a sense down on Alpha's pos, but we didn't really have the capability to move too far with so many guys down all at the same time. And then sort of, I guess, at that point, what it sort of came down to for me is that I sort of lost, I guess, oversight on what the rest of the fucking squad was up to. I was just trying to get sort of the guys picked back up again, and then at that point, sort of Bravo was up here, and it was like, all right, well, we're coming to you. But we had sort of tried to pull back a little bit because we had a little bit of defilade down there that we felt like we were safe in, but realistically, we were probably not.
You were somewhat safe there. I could see people move every not. So let me ask this then. So guys in Bravo that ended up pushing up, what was your thought process there?
Use defilade, try use terrain. I was of the opinion the reason I pushed towards those buildings over there was because that little kind of valley pushing up to it direct north, I obviously wrongly was of the opinion we had defilade from its barrel.
Oh, you did eventually. Just when you first started moving that way, I've seen you did eventually get pushed up in there and couldn't see. But my question is, why did you push up to that position?
To get a side shot on this piece.
Okay. So let's all think back to what I teach you guys in OSUT and yes and shit. What's your first reaction when you get shot at?
Break sight lines.
Break sight lines, move to cover, not shoot back, right? Now let's kind of blow that up to a grander scale. Start taking fire in a situation like this. Half of your element's down. Your first reaction is to maneuver on that piece to try and kill it, while the rest of your guys are still getting fucked up. Kind of the same as shooting back first, right?
Hey, from top.
So if we take that and break it down and look at the situation like this, guys start getting shot, or, you know, other team in your element start taking wounded, maybe your first reaction should be to get those guys out of harm's way. Not necessarily eliminate that threat, because in this situation, moving to eliminate that threat overextended your element, ended up with those guys getting KIA'd because they couldn't get out of there because they didn't have enough bodies to pick up or enough hands to pick up all the bodies and get pulled out of there. Now, I'm not necessarily saying that that's the only way to handle this situation. What you guys did obviously worked. What I'm saying is, don't be afraid to take a second, make a decision, and there's different ways to do all of this shit. So even though, you know, may think you made the wrong decision this time and it kind of bit you in the ass and you ended up with a couple KIAs, the reverse might have happened, you know, had you pulled back and got Alpha out of there and, you know, pushed deeper up the valley and found a new position to attack this thing from. But at the same time, guys might have gotten shot more trying to get across there. All depends on how smart you would have been with your smoke usage and trying to cross after you smoke rather than before. Those of you that pushed back from the fucking south side of the valley to the north side and decided to throw smoke after you tried to cross the fucking thing. But just the main thing here is slow down. You look at the situation and see how you can best maneuver your safely. By your element, I don't mean just your team. You got to think about the entirety of your squad, how your movement is going to affect the rest of the squad. That make sense to you guys?
Hey, from top.
Yeah, from top.
I know you're all lying to me, just make me feel good, but I'll take it. So, anyways, long short of it all, slow down, take some time, evaluate the situation, and then make a decision based off of that. All right, anybody got any questions on any of that? Turn Tabor.
Thank you, First Sergeant. I was in one of the buddy teams for Bravo with Private Beckett, and when we saw Bravo or Alpha getting laced up by the autocannon, we had made the conscious decision to not push across the opening there, just by virtue of the armor piece's position. So, like, our first instinct was to go help them, but we really couldn't risk getting caught out in the open there, and even pushing back through that draw. We thought it would have a line of sight on us running away, so we were kind of stuck between a rock and a hard place with our movement there before we decided to just come up and swag it.
It would have seen you unless you deployed smoke ahead of time and let it plume nice and big. All acid. Gotten across fine. One more question for you guys. How many 40s did you fire up here to try and blind it?
None. First Sergeant.
Guys carrying thumpers. Anybody got smoke grenades for them?
Affirmative, First Sergeant.
Thought ever crossed your mind, hey, maybe I can put some smoke in its face so it can't see us?
Briefly, First Sergeant.
You say anything?
Briefly, First Sergeant.
So you said, hey, I could put some 40s up there to blind it?
At the time, we were currently engaged. I was with Tabor back and forth through the valley.
Top, that's on me. As a fire team lead, I should have been calling that out. That should have been an obvious potential solution. I should have been telling my grenadier to launch smoke up here in an effort to try and halt its barrage.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not saying, again, it's not a fuck up, but, you know, think about everything that you guys have at your, obviously in a operational sense, you know, be out here with a at your disposal, so on and so forth. But even just within your element, think outside the fucking box, man. You got 40s, got smoke, fire them a hell of a lot farther than you can throw them. Fuck a couple 40s up here in his face and try and blind the son of a bitch. All right, anybody got any questions, comments, concerns, what the fuck ever?
First order.
All right, you guys feel like you half-ass fucking learn something or gigantic waste of time?
Not load a lot top, thank you.
We need to think more.
Think more. All right, that's one thing I am going to point out to you guys. All right, real quickly, how many of you guys like watch or captains like stream?
Pretty tough. No, I do. Sometimes tough.
All right. Something I want to point out to you guys, okay? And this is not a way to fucking stroke my own ego like that. But keep in mind that myself, I've been playing this for going on fucking 5 years. Cap has been doing this 10 years. When we make those snap decisions, you know, something starts firing at us and we tend to be right more often than we're wrong, or ban and shoot something, or you know, whatever the situation is. Those reaction times that, like myself or Cap or Garden Heckman or so on, those reaction times, that's because we've played thousands of hours, have a lot of time invested in it. It doesn't just come naturally. Don't just automatically, you know, look at a route that you're supposed to be taking and within 2 seconds be able to decide if you want left or right. That's something that takes a lot of time and a lot of practice to do that shit. I want you guys to understand that just because I'm telling you to, you know, slow down and take time, and I generally don't do that, it's not because I'm not thinking. I just have more experience at it, so it doesn't take me as long to come up with a generally good decision. Sometimes I still fuck up. I go left when I should have went right, and I end up getting shot in the face. It happens. But don't hesitate to, you know, I should say, don't be scared to slow down and just take time to make that decision. Just sit there for a couple of seconds. Even if, you know, you're currently moving and, you know, you start hearing shots ring out and they're not at you, fucking stop for a second. Look at the terrain around you and decide how you want to move towards gunshots. Open up your micro dagger, open up your map, whatever. Take your time to make that choice, all right?
Yeah, from top.
All right.
Right from top.
That's all I got. I'm sure you idiots are tired of hearing me fucking talk, so Hardman, all yours. All right, guys. That is going to wrap it up for tonight. I appreciate you guys hanging out, as always. We'll be back at it tomorrow afternoon for day 1 of OSET, 1400. And then tomorrow evening, we have Task Force Charlie's operation where I'll be filling in somewhere. That'll be 2000. So, yeah. Again, thanks for hanging out. I will see all of you later.